What's up, everybody? Welcome to another episode of Not Today. I'm Jen Sturger.
I'm Eddie Pence.
All right, a little more enthusiasm.
Better. That's the
it's
most natural, I think.
It's the most, yeah.
No
Otherwise,
finger
it's like,
guns.
hey, buddy.
Yeah. How's it been doing?
How have you been doing, dude?
Good. I got the new widescreen. For the people watching on the YouTube channel,
Yes.
I got the widescreen photo. And thank you for everyone watching the YouTube videos. That's very nice.
We know you didn't tune in for Eddie's face.
No.
So.
You did not.
That's why I'm like, Eddie, you have to take over doing some of the research. I've put makeup on. Like, we have to keep people here.
And you're like, I take longer. You're like, I know. I live with a woman. I know how long it takes for you guys to leave the house.
I'm sorry. I once had a dude tell me when he saw like all of my getting ready accoutrement all over my counter, he goes, if we lived together, this would be an act of war.
You have to have separate bathrooms. You have to have
Is that the secret to
it's
a marriage?
Absolutely the secret to a marriage is separate bathrooms.
Separate bathrooms.
Yeah, because a woman spends a good amount of time in the bathroom.
Let's be clear. You guys spend plenty of time in the bathroom.
That's to get away from you guys. That's our private time. That's our solitude chamber. That's our fortress of solitude as Superman is the bathroom.
Trust me, we don't want to be in that fortress of solitude with you. It can stay solitude-y.
We sit there till
solitude-y while you take a duty.
Yeah, until our legs are numb. That's how long we sit there to get some peace and quiet.
Better get up or I'm gonna end up in a wheelchair.
It's like, fuck, I'm gonna have to crawl out of here naked.
Oh, but what's going on, Eddie?
I didn't sleep well last. I had two things happened last night. We live in Hollywood right here by Runyon Canyon, and at like 2 a.m. there was a massive explosion, like a massive, not explosion, but like a loud. Did you hear that, Alex? Yeah, it was a massive bang, and then helicopters and sirens for about 45 minutes.
No idea what it was. Citizen app didn't tell you?
We went on Citizen app at like 2 a.m. Tracy and I were laying about watching the thing on Citizen app, and there was like helicopters that were dumping water. There was like a massive fire. It was like a brush fire in Sierra Bonita, like up in Sierra Bonita behind Waddles Canyon. And they were just dropping water. It was massive, and it kept us up for like 45 minutes. So I think
fun.
That messed my sleep up.
Yeah.
And I went back to bed, and like 4 a.m. I woke up.
That's the worst. And that's when you are the most dream active. Like if I wake up in the morning and I try to go back to sleep.
Yeah.
It's like if you wake
that's
up
when you do
the
some
least
weird
bit,
shit.
yeah, that's when I have all of those dreams where I'm like, wait, is this real?
Yeah. Well, it's because you're now sleep deprived, so you're
in the sleep wake thing where you're like, is this real?
Is this real? Is this not? And then you go into REM sleep, and it's super intense because your body's trying to make up for lost time. By like, we're crashing hard into REM right now, buddy.
Yeah.
And that's when you remember. Usually, I was doing research on dreams because of this dream, and apparently our REM is more intense when we're sleep deprived because your body is trying to make up for certain things, and then we have a greater chance if we wake up at the end of that REM cycle of remembering that dream. Yeah. Because everyone dreams, but we mostly forget them. And
it's wild because I was even thinking about that the other day where I was like randomly thinking about sometimes when I've had surgeries, I dreamed during my surgery. And then other times I did not dream. Or if I did dream, I didn't remember it.
Right.
Do you know what I mean? And I think it has to do with the type of drugs they give you. Are you taking any supplements or anything?
I'll do melatonin every once in a while.
Dude, that's what's happening.
I didn't take it last night. I try to go like 3 days on, like 4 days off.
Yeah, because it can mess you up. But melatonin can make you a little wonky. Benadryl can make you have crazy dreams.
I usually don't take any. I am an insomniac, so if I do have trouble sleeping, I will down a melatonin. But that's about it.
But if you fight that melatonin, sometimes I've had melatonin for me is the quickest way to see somebody at the foot of my bed doing like a shadow monster doing a dance. You know what I mean?
That.
Yeah. I always have the
fucking opens a portal to the netherworld.
I'm in a there's a Slender Man at the end of my bed or Babadook.
No,
you know what I mean?
Babadook. Oh, that's frightening. Oh, fuck, Babadook is frightening.
So that's why I don't take melatonin.
No, it doesn't give me, I don't really get it, but I usually don't remember my dreams, but when
I wake up from my dreams sometimes and I Google them. Where I'm like, what does this mean? Like when you have this in your dream. Like for instance, one of my friends, whenever she has dreams, you're going to laugh. Whenever she has dreams that involve poop. Okay. It usually means she's getting ready to come into a lot of money.
Really?
Yes.
Oh, good. Because my dream was about poop.
So anyways, her mom had the same thing, and we used to have like this inside joke where it's like her mom, they're Asian, they're Japanese,
Okay.
and her mom had the same gift, as we call it, and she would go out and play the lottery, and sometimes she'd win. Like
she dreamed about poop before?
When she dreamed about poop, she knew she needed to go gamble, or she knew she needed to go, like it was like her lucky time.
I'm gonna buy a lottery ticket today.
And we called it, like instead of The Shining, we called it The Shitting.
The Shitting.
She's like, her mom would be like,
I have
the shitting. Exactly. Her mom was like, I have the shitting.
I have the shitting. That's a gift. That is a gift.
So did you Google it?
I did one step better. Is I took the dream, I put it into an AI dream analyzer. Why'd you just bring AI into this? Because AI, I'm getting on board with AI as far as shit like that goes. Not creativity, not writing films and stuff like that.
Yeah, no. This AI totally did not design our show logo.
They inspired me.
Mm-hmm.
But as far
that's why I love that you still kept yourself going through the windshield.
Because that's how I want to go out. I want to impale myself through a windshield.
You want a final destination?
That's how I want to do
it.
So I plugged my dream into this dream. I'll explain the dream first. It's a weird fucking dream. So I'm in a neighborhood, right? Mm-hmm. I'm walking through a neighborhood. It's kind of rainy out.
Do you recognize the neighborhood?
No, I don't recognize the neighborhood. But it feels like an East Coast neighborhood, like a suburb in the East Coast, which is where I grew up. I get a phone call, and there's another voice on the other line saying, "Rumpeldumpskins is at the house." Rumpeldumpskins. Okay. Is at the house, and I'm walking with a friend, but it's like one of those faceless friends you don't know, right? Yeah. Okay. And he asks, who's Rumpeldumpskin? And I say, oh, it's what we used to say in college when you had to take a shit. Oh, I got to go do a Rumpeldumpskin.
You used to say that?
Yes, that's what we said. It's so dumb.
Is this in the dream, or this is something you actually did in college?
No, we actually said Rumpeldumpskins.
Okay, so that's real.
That's a real thing.
That's where that came from.
That came from a real place.
Like, that's your brain is writing.
So I said,
this is what happens when you fall asleep to Jack and the Beanstalk porn, Eddie.
I did some real damage to my brain when I was a child.
Rumpeldumpskin. So
Rumpeldumpskin is what we see. I gotta go do a Rumpeldumpskin already.
But that's such a random thing.
It's so stupid. It makes no sense.
Rumpelstiltskin used to weave straw into gold, right? Like that was like his thing.
Yeah.
Or like wishes. You know what I mean?
Something like that.
Yeah. But he would trade you for things.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like there was always like a catch.
Oh, okay. I didn't know that. Well, see, we got Rumpeldumpskin because when your tummy would rumble a little bit. Rumpeldumpskin. And then you would go dump. Rumble. You get the rumble, then you would dump. Okay. Whatever.
Nothing's turning into gold there.
No, definitely not.
Okay.
Black gold.
Gross.
So I get to the house, right? And I open up the door and there's two like nearly naked women on a pull-out couch laying on the bed, right? And they roll over and they have like these demonic looking faces, which fucking freaked me out in the dream. I'm like, what the fuck? Right? And then I turn around and there's another woman behind me with the same sort of face and she lunges at my chest and I woke up screaming. Like I literally woke up like, ugh, and then Tracy goes, "What? Are you okay?" Because Stanley freaked out and ran out of the bed. And Tracy's like, "You just woke Stanley up." I'm like, "What happened?" I'm like, She's like, "You woke up screaming." I'm like, "Oh fuck, did I really?"
Oh, so
that was a dream.
This is so there were 3 of them.
Yes.
I can't wait to hear what AI thinks it is.
So
I have my beliefs.
I plugged it into DreamyBot AI. And
I can't believe it's a real thing.
It's a very, very nice, well-mannered AI. She says, "Thank you for sharing your dream with me. Dreams can often be puzzling, but they also provide valuable insights into our subconscious mind." So here's where she starts picking apart my dream. She says, "The neighborhood in your dream represents your familiar everyday environment. It is where you feel a sense of belonging and security. Receiving a phone call about Rumpeldumpskin indicates an unexpected disturbance or intrusion into your personal space." Which could have been literally because I woke up 2 hours earlier to the explosion and the sirens going off, right? But the term Rumpeldumpskin is a term I used in college to refer to the act of pooping, suggests a need for release or letting go of something in your waking life.
Ooh.
Right? That's fucking deep shit.
Yeah.
For Rumpeldumpskin.
Yeah.
The presence of your friend in the dream may symbolize support or companionship. However, their question about Rumpeldumpskin suggests a lack of familiarity with this aspect of your past. Oh no, wait. As you arrive at the house, encountering two nearly naked women on a pull-out couch with demonic-looking faces signifies a sense of temptation or inner conflict. The nudity represents vulnerability and exposure, while demonic faces suggest hidden fears or unresolved emotions. This encounter may indicate a struggle with your own desires or the influence of external factors that may be pulling you away from your values. The woman lunging at your chest and your subsequent waking up and screaming indicate a feeling of being attacked or overwhelmed emotionally. This could represent a fear of being emotionally vulnerable or a struggle with intense emotions that you need to confront and address. Overall, your dream seems to revolve around themes of invasion of personal space, inner conflict, and the need for emotional release. This may be helpful to reflect on any recent events or emotions in your waking life that align with these themes. Exploring these areas further could provide valuable insights and help you find ways to address and resolve your underlying issues.
So it's like there's like a power struggle, or there's
something
that
going
you're
on.
not, or something that you're not talking about that's bothering you.
Yes, that I need to release. And it's coming out in the form of Rumpeldumpskin.
Yeah, you need to take a Rumpeldumpskin.
But maybe I just
need
your
feelings.
I need to cleanse the bowels of my emotions.
That's a very interesting breakdown. Like, it broke down all the things. See, I don't get that in depth when I Google stuff, because I usually just I have cliff notes. I just write down, like, here are the main themes of what's happening.
Right.
I sent you some.
Yeah, do you want me to plug yours into
plug these into the Dreamy Bot. Let's see what happens. I felt so weird texting you. So I actually, because the type of therapy I do, I write down when I have really vivid dreams or really crazy dreams. I did not send you the dark ones. I sent you the ones that like are.
You sent me two. Which one do you want me to do?
Do the one about the back door to the house.
Okay.
So what I sent Eddie was, and I don't remember the whole dream, but I do remember being in my original childhood home. Like the home that I have like my first core memories in, being in that home and not being able to lock my back door, and there's someone in the backyard.
That's fucking creepy.
Yes. So I sent that to Eddie. Let's see what DreamyBot has to say.
Dreamy is analyzing it right now. Just getting this. Okay, here we go. There's someone in the backyard, couldn't lock the back door to your childhood home. The backyard often represents the subconscious mind and hidden aspects of ourselves.
Okay.
The presence of someone in the backyard suggests there may be unresolved emotions, memories, or experiences from your past that are coming to the surface and demanding your attention. This person could symbolize a specific individual from your past, or it could represent a part of yourself that you have yet to fully understand or integrate. The struggle to lock the back door of your childhood home reinforces the theme of vulnerability and difficulty in establishing boundaries. It may indicate a sense of being invaded or overwhelmed by these unresolved emotions or memories. This can be a sign that it's time to confront and address these issues so that you can find a sense of closure and move forward. Consider reflecting on any significant events, relationships, or emotions from your childhood that may be connected to this dream. Are there any unresolved conflicts, unhealed wounds, or unexpressed emotions that are still affecting you? Exploring these aspects may provide valuable insights into the source of your current struggles with boundaries and vulnerability.
Fuck you, DreamyBot. You don't know me. You don't know me, DreamyBot.
I think DreamyBot hit a nerve. I think DreamyBot hit a nerve.
Mine, it was much more clear than yours.
Oh, mine, because I was talking about Rumpeldumpskins and pooping and naked chicks with demon faces. I had a weird fucking dream. Yours meant something. Mine was just crap.
Oh my God. Mine does mean something.
Did I hit something?
Yeah.
But you kind of knew that stuff, right?
Yeah, it's the stuff that I work on already.
Yeah, you do so much self-work and therapy, you probably knew that stuff.
Yeah. You know, that's something interesting that came up for me, just with all the stuff that's going on in my life right now. This past weekend was rough. But something that came up for me is sometimes when I've been in relationship with people and they can tell I'm struggling with stuff from my past and it's affecting the present, they'll be like, when are you gonna be healed? You know, like when is your trauma gonna be healed?
When do we get to the finish line?
Exactly. Here? And I think that puts so much pressure on the individual who's doing the work.
Right.
Like, I wish it was just as simple as checking off a list of things that I need to do in order to heal and be happy.
But healing is a process. It's not a It's not a
it's not a destination.
It's not a destination. It's a
Healing
process.
is a journey, and someone has to be ready to go on that with you.
Right. And anytime you heal, there's always scars left from the healing, and those scars are part of you going forward. It's never, I mean, it's as simple as like, okay, you cut your leg really bad, and this is not emotional, but you cut your leg really bad. The process of healing is there, and then you're left with a scar. Yeah. And then that's just the new you going forward.
Yeah.
There's no like, okay, well, the cut's gone. I healed up. I'm like I was before. No, you're never the same as before.
Yeah. But I think for me, it was, she said, you're never done healing.
No.
We don't heal ourselves. This is what she said. We don't heal ourselves to like fix our past, to fix the trauma. We heal ourselves to be happy moving forward.
Yeah. Because you can't change the past.
And that's the thing is I'm like, if you live with someone or you're in a relationship with someone that has a lot of shit in their past, the biggest gift you can give them is to allow them to be vulnerable with you and share that stuff when it comes up for you, and know that their sharing is not an indication of them like blaming you for it coming up or anything like that. It's just the need to like, I have to get this out of my body.
Yeah.
You know? But I thought that was really interesting. But no, that I sent you another one that's not as scary. I want to know what this one means. It's ridiculous. Yeah, that one was too on the nose for me. All
right, let me pull it up. Okay, this one's interesting.
But I do want you to send it to me. The DreamyBot summary of the other one, just because I want to take that to my therapist.
Okay, this one, you're at a photo shoot with a bunch of girls.
Yep.
And felt like I had to be nearly naked to stand out.
Yep.
And then pictures with giant shoes.
And we were taking pictures with giant shoes. I don't like giant shoes, dude. Like not even like WNBA giant or like
clown shoes.
No, bigger than that.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they were huge.
All right, here we go.
They were like the equivalent of putting your feet in like those little plastic Fisher-Price cars kids drive around. Like that's the size scale we're working with here.
Here we go. A photo shoot often represents a desire for attention, recognition, or validation. It may suggest a longing to be seen or acknowledged in some aspect of your life. The presence of giant shoes in the photo shoot could symbolize the pressure to fill big shoes or meet high expectations, possibly related to societal or personal standards. Fucking blowing your mind right now, isn't it? It's fucking blowing your mind. DreamyBot knows what the fucking DreamyBot's fucking on it. Feeling like you have to be nearly.
Are you getting these pictures of my face for everybody, Alex? Like I'm getting called the fuck out by this stupid AI.
DreamyBot.com.
DreamyBot can go fuck itself.
Fuck you, DreamyBot. Feeling like you have to be nearly naked to stand out in the photo shoot indicates a potential struggle with self-acceptance and self-worth. It may suggest that you feel the need to expose yourself or compromise your authenticity to gain attention or validation from others. This could stem from belief that your true self is not enough to be noticed or valued. Fuck, dude.
DreamyBot's gonna make me cry on my own podcast. Turn that shit off right now. DreamyBot, you know what happened to the last person that had a dream? It didn't end well.
Well, here comes her moment to help you feel better. It is important to remember that true recognition and acceptance should come from embracing and expressing your genuine self rather than conforming to external expectations. This dream may be highlighting the need to explore and embrace your own unique qualities and talents rather than striving to fit into societal molds or seeking validation through external means. Fucking DreamyBot's throwing it down hard.
Do you feel better about your dream now?
My dream, I just feel like, fuck, I dream about taking a dump and naked demon women.
I'm having actual deep ass dreams.
Existential crisis while you're sleeping.
And everybody's like, why is Jen so fucked up? And it's like this is on replay in my brain. This is on replay in my brain. Like for people that don't know like my past, you know, I was involved in like a Me Too scandal before Me Too was a thing. And I feel like the naked stuff is very much like one of the things that has stuck with me after the whole Brett Favre saga was feeling like people weaponized my looks against me and said, because you looked that way, you deserved it. And all that did was like reinforce this negative narrative that I have about myself, which is I don't matter.
Yeah.
And so that is what DreamyBot was picking
fucking
up on.
DreamyBot fucking knows.
That's the stuff that like runs in the background.
Right. But that hurts is because the societal pressures that's put on women to begin with, I'm
dreaming about really deep shit, y'all.
Fucking
Eddie's just dreaming about shit.
Rumble Dumpskins.
Anyways, good luck analyzing your poop.
I gotta release something. I don't know what, but something.
It's probably just Chipotle you had
probably
last
is Chipotle.
week. Something is causing you major disturbance. Beans. Usually it's beans.
I don't eat beans for that reason.
Oh my God. I've had the week too. I've been helping a friend through a breakup.
Oh, that's fun.
And listen, we all know when we have to step in and be that friend that's like, hey, fuck them. You know what I mean? Like, oh, forget them. You know, like they weren't that hot. They weren't that good for you. Like you're just trying to give them as many reasons, and you're trying to play
just throwing out life rafts as much as you can.
You're trying to play every single angle to like let this person like to find like the right key that might unlock a little bit of healing. You're just throwing spaghetti on the wall. Yeah, because you're just trying to help them heal, dude. But I was helping this dude friend of mine, and he was like, I can't get over her. She's the prettiest girl I've ever seen. And he starts sending me pictures of her. Yeah. Mind you, I've met this girl. Okay. And the pictures he's sending me are of a completely different person than what I know this woman to look like. And I was like, bro.
Like, are they glamour shots?
No. This bitch uses AI to edit her photos. Really? Yes. And I go, sir.
Like, look, she got 3 fingers.
That exactly. Count the digits. Count the digits. No, but like, listen, you can't bullshit a bullshitter. Like, girls know what editing apps look like. Yeah, yeah. Do you know what I mean? So like, girls can be like, the background's a little wavy here. She pulled in her waist. She made her butt bigger. She did this. You know what I mean? Like, we know when stuff looks sketchy. Yes. And like with face AI stuff, it's usually like when features get like a little too soft or a little too blurred.
Or everything gets just real flat.
Yeah, where there's no texture of the face or anything like that.
It's just eyes, nose holes, and a mouth.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And every picture he sent me was so heavily edited. And then he started sending me some screen grabs of them on like FaceTime together. And I was like, that's her real face.
That's the one.
Put it up next. Like, I was like, put it up on the monitor.
Plug
like,
her face in the DreamyBot.
Yeah, like
see what happens.
It's almost like we were looking at Zapruder film where I'm just like, which one? Look, see, her nose went back into the left on this one. This one's fake. There was a second app used in this.
It's a magic app.
But I was like, dude, you want the proof that this person isn't a good person? I go, you want to know how I know she's not a girl's girl and like she doesn't care about hurting people? Yeah. I can tell when a girl's a toxic bitch when she heavily edits herself in a photo and leaves all the other girls unedited.
That's fucking harsh.
Fuck you. You're a terrorist as far as I'm concerned. You are. Like, he sent me pictures. She's like, look how beautiful she is. I'm like, yeah, because she made her friends look like fucking gargoyles because she edited herself to look like Jessica Rabbit. Do you know what I mean? Like, standing next to people who were unedited in terrible lighting with
it's a low blow.
With like bad low blow. Sephora ass makeup jobs on. Like, you're gonna look like a 10. Yeah. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, that's when I know you're not a good person.
Yeah, it's kind of shitty.
When I edit a photo, no hoe left behind. We are all going to be...
my motto.
We are all going to be artificially intelligent, dreamy-botted up to all look
None of us are going to be
insane.
real representations of who we are.
No. You're going to have my dreamy bot state
that's
of what
amazing.
I look like. But that's why I was like, she's not a good person, dude. You know?
Yeah, you gotta hook up your hose.
But yeah. No, dude, when I saw this picture, I was just like... No, you are insane. I go, you want to know what she really looks like? Go look at her tagged photos.
Oh, yeah.
That's when you see what someone really looks like.
Go on Facebook and see where they're tagged in. Because that person didn't modify the photo at all.
Nope.
You're getting the real thing. You're getting eye going way over to the right.
Yeah.
Fucking open mouth.
That's why I hate meet and greets. Because you're just like, you don't really get to know. You don't get to see what
There's
the person's
snipers everywhere. You have no idea.
You don't get to see what those photos look like, but like they're treasured items to someone else. Yeah. So of course they're going to post them and they're like, buddy, can you take this down?
Right.
Like, can we get a redo?
And they're just snapping like one or two. You're like, I got to look at it. I got to okay it. We got to take like 17 of these.
They'll get me mid-sentence, like, I just can't.
I've had some bad ones.
Yeah.
We get the wrong angle. I look bald.
Oh.
Because I got a receding hairline, but it's not bad.
No.
But if you hit me at the wrong angle or the wind's blowing a certain way, I look like fucking.
Do you have a comb over?
No, it's not a comb over. I have hair. It's just if the wind's blowing
and
the light's at a right angle,
you and my dad's hairline process is very similar. He kept the sides a little bit shorter, but yeah. My dad still has most of his hair.
So do I. But for my age, I have a decent hairline. But like if you hit me at the wrong angle, I look like I got a horseshoe.
Ooh, yeah, exactly. Yeah. Well, at least you're not bald like some people are now.
Okay. Ouch.
Listen.
No,
I'm being a mature adult about 90% of this. But if you push me past a certain limit, there's this part of me that comes forward that I'm sure Dreamy Bachna says.
Oh, I can't wait.
And she is the type of person that will burn a fucking...
You just pull the pin on the grenade and walk away.
Yeah. I will burn the shape of a dick in your front lawn so everybody knows who you are.
Yeah, which you've done.
Yeah. Listen, no, that was Ann.
Oh, that was Ann. Ann did that.
Aw, producer Ann, we miss you so much. I do miss how unhinged Ann used to be. For those of you that don't know, when Eddie and I worked on a podcast together previously with my my now ex-husband, we had an amazing producer Ann. But low key, Ann had this like little...
You didn't want to cross Ann.
Unhinged part of herself.
No, she'll stab a bitch.
That like you would just get glimmers of every once in a while. Yeah. And then remember when the playoffs happened, MLB playoffs happened, and Ann...
It was the Dodgers versus Padres, right?
Dodgers versus Padres. And Ann is a diehard Padres fan. And when I say Ann accidentally logged
She hijacked our show's Twitter account.
And lost her mind and was direct tweeting players on...
Just hurling fucking mortar fire into the Dodgers clubhouse through Twitter. And we're like, this is our sports show.
It's our work account, Ann.
We've had Dodgers on the show.
Did she think she was on her burner account? It was so amazing.
I think she was like 3 glasses in and just hit Twitter. And then she logged into Swings and Misses.
Who was she making fun of? She was telling him he looked like, who's the guy on the, that always looks like he's stoned on the Dodgers?
I don't remember.
Is it Kiki? I think
it might have been Kiki at the time.
Maybe. But somebody would always look like they were stoned.
It was like we had a Twitter beef with our show and we had no part in it at all.
I'm like, we're going to totally get banned by Dodgers PR.
By an unruly Padres fan who's hijacked our account.
We were hacked. I still maintain we were hacked. We actually were hacked eventually.
We were?
Yeah. Remember that when we lost all the social media for the show?
Oh, yeah. We got locked out of everything. I remember
everything.
Huh.
Man.
Oh, well.
That's a bummer. R.I.P. Swings and Misses. R.I.P. Oh. Am I?
Yeah.
Dude, I know. I'm like, I'm just coming to this show and just asking you for advice at this point. That's all the show is. But am I the asshole?
Yeah.
If I find out that a friend is no longer getting work opportunities and I find out the why, am I obligated to tell the friend why they stopped getting work opportunities? If I find out why, it has nothing to do with me. It's not my business. It was just mentioned around me that like,
is it because of what they were doing was bad behavior?
Yeah.
Yeah. I think you should tell that person going, hey, you're fucking
but
not working because you were
like this person thinks they're above it.
Oh, so
like this person always
has issues to begin with.
Yeah. This person thinks that just, everything just needs to be handed to them. Like that's very much their MO and how they go through life. But it's like,
would this help correct that view, or would they just shrug that off and go, well, they just don't want, they can't work with me? Like, how would they take that information?
I don't think you can force somebody to see something about themselves they don't know.
Right. But would this help? Maybe there's a crack in that armor already, and this would just help widen that crack, and they might have that moment of self-realization. Like,
I think I have to wait until the next opportunity. I think I have to wait for the next
You need
crack.
to pile it up.
I think I need to wait for the next crack to happen so I have an opening.
Oh, then you have this arrow you can fire in there.
Yeah. Does that make sense?
Yeah. Makes sense.
Well, it's just more like you have to wait for the other person to bring it up and be like, I don't know why this is happening. And I can be like, what?
Yeah, when they have that moment of like, why am I not working?
Yeah.
Like, oh, well, this is why. But then you run the risk like, why didn't you tell me earlier? I've missed out on all this other work because you haven't told me.
Listen, I think it is people's responsibility to know how they are operating in society. Like, I think people need to have a little bit more self-awareness than they have.
Yeah, but sometimes ego is so strong. And especially in the business that we're in, people operate like that, and they think that's how I'm supposed to act.
Oh, especially like new comics.
Yeah.
Like new comics that have only been in the game for like a year.
That have had a little bit of success too early.
Yep.
That's exactly
that
makes them
scenario.
think that like, oh, I fucking figured this out.
This is exactly that scenario.
You may need to knock this person down a peg or two. Just because that's not how it is. And they got lucky early on.
You know,
and that's all it was luck.
I don't know how this, and I'm sure this affected you when you were coming up through comedy and you saw people get opportunities before you.
Yeah.
Did that stress you out at all? Or did that make you go,
for a long
fuck,
time.
I guess I must not be. But you knew they weren't getting them through the right means. They were just getting them because like, oh, their dad was in the industry. Or
I could see the people that were connected or the people that played the game. Because there's some comics that come in that just play the game. They know like, okay, they identify the people they need to know and they work those people. I'm horrible at that. I've always of the thing like, let me just get on stage. I'll prove that I'm funny and you're going to want to work with me. That's not what the business is at all.
No, I think that we've lost a lot of comics that just gave up comedy that were hilarious because they just weren't good at that part of it.
It's like that thing. And it's almost like it's relatable to pro sports in the way, like that quarterback who had 1 year to start and like, oh, he sucked. He's out. But he never got a chance to develop, and he could have been the greatest of all time.
Yeah.
But you never got that chance. It's just, it bothered me for a long time. Like, it would literally eat at me. Like, why is he getting the shot? Why is she getting the shot? Why I've been doing this longer. I have better sets than this person. But then you realize, oh, that's just a game. And then you also realize that it's not a one-on-one race. It's not between me and that person who gets to that point. There's space for everyone. Yeah. And that's how they're getting there. My path is just going to take me longer.
Yeah. I don't know. For me, sometimes I feel like it really kicks up my imposter syndrome because then I'm like, oh, if this person's getting that, I just must not be any good at this.
But it's not about that at all.
Even though there's plenty of evidence to the contrary. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. I've like, I would say in the last 10 years, probably maybe in the last 10 years, I've gotten to the point where I'm like, because I'm like now 25 years into stand-up comedy.
Jesus.
Quarter century.
Your stand-up comedy career can drink.
Right. It can.
That's
I'm in my 5th decade of stand-up.
Mine can't even drive yet, so she's fine.
2010, 2000. I'm in my 4th decade of stand-up comedy.
Mine can't even drive yet. So,
but I came to the realization about 10 years ago. It's like, I can't compare myself to other people. I just go up and do what I can do. And I work with the people I work with, and we have good, you meet people you work with, you enjoy working with, and you create with them. And then hopefully it works out. Yeah, I can't just go out and pretend to be somebody I'm not at a club and find I got to know that person. I get up and I go and know that person.
Do you think it has to do with like being introverted versus like extroverted?
Probably.
Because like I know I'm an introverted extrovert.
Yeah, or extroverted introvert. I think it's extroverted introvert.
Yeah, like I have the capability of making it look like I want to be out and I want to be seen. Yeah. But I don't like it.
No.
Like it's like, oh, this is work. And when I come home from those things, I am exhausted.
Yeah, it's draining.
It's so draining. If I'm just like putting on a mask to go out and pretend to be human.
If I go to a club and I do
that could also be autism, but whatever.
Or Rumpeldumpskins.
I hate you.
If I go to a club and I perform, then my brain switches in the mode of extrovert, and I can go and perform, and I can get off stage and I can joke around, I can talk with people, and I'm a different human being. If I just have to go to a club just to hang out and put in FaceTime,
I can't.
Then it's a whole different version of me, and I have to
think about it. Think about it like think about a normal person's version of that. That would be like you going into an office on your day off,
on your Saturday,
just to shoot the shit with your boss in hopes that you get noticed and get a raise.
Right.
That's
what that is. But like going down to like the store, the Improv, or anywhere you're just hanging out, and you're like, I usually go. I usually call someone and go, "Hey, are you going to the store tonight? Are you going to go to this Improv?" Just so I know that someone's going to be there that I know, so I can at least not stand there, because I'll just end up standing there, and I'm like, I gotta fucking go home.
Yeah.
And I've been doing this 25 years, and I still feel that way. And I know I'll go to the store and I'll see 20 people I know, and I'll say hey, but I'm not having like a conversation. It's just like you're just walking around and like, oh, this is exhausting. Fucking exhausting. But if I have a show,
shake hands, kiss babies, blah, blah, blah. I come, like I said, I come home and I
crash hard. But if I'm at a show and I perform, then I'm a different human being.
You pulled up that list for me.
Oh yeah.
About like there's like traits that introverted people have that make you think they're extroverts.
It's right? The 6 traits that we have as introverts.
That people that don't make sense to anybody else.
That seem weird, but they have a purpose for us. 1, you ignore phone calls.
All the time.
All the fucking time.
All the time.
Introverts, so you'll see
I've done it this entire show. I did it the entire
We've done it
drive
to each
here.
other.
Oh yeah, for sure. And we'll immediately text each other the minute the phone's done ringing and be like, hey.
Sorry, couldn't pick up.
You know better. You know better.
Right.
I'm not picking up this
but
call.
You don't take it personal.
No,
at all.
I'm like, this could be a text. What do you want?
Talking is exhausting, especially on the phone. It's
especially
an exhausting
with certain people.
Yes.
Like certain people, they are an appointment phone call. Like you cannot blindside me.
No.
Oh, you also can't FaceTime me without warning either.
This is also in this. It's like FaceTime is like, you might as well just throw hot lava in our face. Like that's how painful a FaceTime call is.
I'm like, no.
Like, don't know. I don't know. Ever want to do that. And then I'm like, I'm moving the frame around. So you're just catching my chin or my head.
Exactly.
Like, I don't want to talk to your face.
No, that gets even worse.
And then number 2, you disappear, then reappear at random.
Yep.
Like you'll just be out and you'll be like, I got to get out of here. And then you'll come back. Hey guys, what's going on?
Exactly. Like nothing happened.
Yeah.
I'm like a stray cat.
Right.
Where like I'll disappear for a few days. You're like, maybe she's dead. And then I come back and I'm like,
who's rubbing on my leg?
Here's a mouth. Here's my offering. Anyways. Oh, I threw up on your shoes that you left outside too.
But I feel better now.
Exactly. I'm like owning a stray cat. I tell people, like, you just have to let me come and go.
Let me come and go.
Yeah.
I'm going to go away and then I'll come back.
I'm not doing anything nefarious. I'm just kind of.
I'm not doing a bump in the parking lot. No. It's just, I just need to get away from everybody.
Wandering around the parking lot in solitude. I just want to be left alone for a second.
I put my headphones in. I listen to a song. I just relaxed.
100%.
Number 3, you feel intense connection to animals.
Duh.
So yeah. Okay.
I mean, I ran an animal rescue for a reason.
And you have 9,000 cats.
I have 3 cats. Let's not exaggerate here.
Yeah, but
I have 3 cats and Kevin.
Yeah. Is Kevin okay?
He's okay. It's been a minute.
It's been a while.
Hot week this weekend.
Number 4, you hide from people you know.
All the time.
I do fucking all.
If it's not in a scenario I was expecting to see them because I have not prepared for that interaction.
Right.
Do you know what I mean?
But like you're at the grocery store or at the mall or something and you see like, oh fuck, okay.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna walk.
I saw some comics that I knew out the other day and I just didn't even stop walking in my car. And then as I drove past them, I was like,
hey, bye. Oh, it's you guys.
Oh, bye.
What are you doing here? Bye.
Exactly. Where I was like, I'm acknowledging you, but also I don't have time.
That's what was great about fucking COVID. Everybody had masks on.
Yeah.
You see people all the time you knew.
Sorry, man. I didn't see you.
I didn't see you. I had a mask.
Yeah. Or you're like, oh, how's it going? Oh, yeah.
No,
I'm so bad at small talk.
6 feet apart. Bye.
I'm so bad at small talk.
And then there'll be other times where you actually chat people's ears off. Like you're in that mode. Like I said earlier, like if I do a show and then I get off stage.
That's what this podcast is.
Yeah.
Like this is the most we talk.
I get it all out now. This is my Rumpeldumpskin for the show, for the day. Number 6, you hate public speaking and team building exercises.
Okay. Pause.
Yeah.
I don't mind public speaking.
No, I don't. I love public speaking.
Yeah.
I prefer public speaking as the personal
I like public speaking. Yeah. I love public speaking. I don't. What was the second part?
Team building exercises.
That can fuck off.
That can go right to fucking hell.
Team building stuff. They were like, that was stuff that I failed on the autism test. Is they're like, do you work well in groups?
No.
I'm like, no. But it's because I like to take on too much responsibility and I'm not good at delegating.
Yeah. Because
I am a perfectionist and I don't trust that person to get it done properly. That's one aspect of it. Type A.
Right.
And the other thing is. Sorry, I'm just trying to think of a way to say this where I don't come off like a huge asshole. Well, I already kind of did where I'm just like, I don't trust you to get this done.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like,
I'll just do. If you gotta do it, if you want it done right, you gotta do it yourself.
Because I'll always end up in the group with like a weak link. Like, and honestly, I respect my teachers that saw this part of my personality before I did.
Yeah.
That were like, Jen doesn't need a group. We're gonna give her own assignment.
Well, that's the thing.
I literally, the rest of the class would get group assignments, and they'd be like, no, Jen, you get a special one. And I don't know if they were trying to save me or the other kids from working with me. Do you know what I mean?
It's probably a little both.
Yeah.
It's probably to help you out and help them. Because that's the thing with like, I mean, I've never had a real job where you've been in some sort of corporation. Like, hey, we're going to have a team building exercise to get the group together and like be a better functioning unit. Because to me, you have to take everybody as individuals, and to see a group building exercise is like, okay, this is all a bunch of extroverts that are going to work well together. But there's introverts in that crowd that are not going to work well.
Introverts or people who work differently than you.
Yeah.
That's something I had to take a personality test for this one job that I was up for. And I know for a fact this personality test basically came back. Because I've taken the same personality test multiple times, and it always come back the same way. And they're like, this person is a very big self-starter.
Yeah.
She can do a lot of stuff by herself. Yeah. She doesn't do good being micromanaged.
Yeah, yeah.
Like this also applies to my real life.
Yeah, yeah.
You know what I mean? Like I said, stray cat. Let me do what I got to do. But yeah, that was like the main things that came across in this thing is they were just like, she's best if you just give her an assignment and she's left to her own devices. Yeah. Like she'll figure it out.
I'll figure it out.
Yeah. If I have a question, I'll come to you. But otherwise, stay the fuck out of my way.
Yeah. No, that's why team building exercises, all you're doing is
honestly also why I hated improv class, where I was like, ugh.
Unless it's my friends and I've worked with them before, I can do improv. But if it's a bunch of people you've never worked with before, it's difficult.
Yeah, because there's always someone that has no idea how to yes.
And you don't know don't know the personalities of the people.
No.
And number 7 is you do things on your own. You enjoy solitude.
I love being by myself a little too much sometimes.
Well, it says in the article, solitude is how we defrag our brain.
Like I'm scared of living with someone full time. You know what I mean? Because I've never been in the position where I've had to live with someone full time.
Yeah.
And the few times, and I think that was like a really hard thing in my marriage and in previous relationships, is I was with people who would come and go for like various increments of time.
Yeah.
They'd be gone for like 8 months and then we'd be together for 4.
And I'd be
intense. Like, by the end of that 4 months, I was like, you need to go somewhere.
Bye.
Sometimes I didn't even make it the 4 months, but I was like, bye. Oh my God, I'm going to miss you so much. And the minute they were gone, I was like, I get to do all of the things that I get to do when they're not here.
Yeah.
You know, I have my own rhythm and my own life flow by myself, you know? So yeah, that's always been hard. I kind of like when people are come and go. You know what I mean? That's some shit to plug into Dreambot.
You might not leave your house for extended periods of time.
Yep.
Yeah. That's more of the solitude thing. I just don't want to be out in the world.
Yeah. Like that scene in Forgetting Sarah Marshall where he's like, thou shalt not pass. Like that's the level of insanity I get to where I'm like, I have to go out. Like I've worn these same pajamas for 3 days.
I gotta get out.
I need to leave the house.
My
and
hair's
have
sticking
a
to my cheeks.
Yeah, I have to have a purpose.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But I have to force myself to do it sometimes.
And then you appear zoned out as the final one, which is
ADHD.
I get in trouble with that all the time.
Same.
I'm married to an extrovert.
Yeah.
Probably the queen of extroverts.
Oh, for sure. She tried to join a band.
Yeah, she tried to join a band at your wedding. And I'm an introvert. Like again, I'm an introvert. And so we have that personality clash a lot where like she'll be talking to me and I'm zoned out completely because as an introvert, you're in your head having 1,000 conversations, working over 1,000 scenarios. Like you have a separate you have your best friend in your head and you're just working shit out with them.
Yeah.
Either creatively
she
or
needs that person on the outside to bounce that shit to. And you're like, can't you just work this out?
Can't you work it out in your head? And she'll be talking to me and she'll go, did you hear what I said? I'm like, what? No. So she's like, well, I'm talking to you. I'm like, I was in my head talking to myself because I'm an introvert.
Yeah.
So there's that personality clash of like having to deal with that. And sometimes there's friction there because it is two clashing personalities. Sometimes they work well with each other and sometimes they do not.
Yeah.
And so you just have to find that balance sometimes. And I think the introvert has to know the extrovert has to be around people. So you have to let that person go and be around people.
Yeah.
Whereas I think the extrovert has to know the introvert sometimes just needs to be by themselves. And not like around anyone.
I feel like you're working out some shit right now.
I possibly could be. Sometimes the introvert just wants to get in their car and drive for days.
Off a cliff.
Off a cliff. Sometimes. Not all the time. Sometimes.
I love that for you.
But like I said, again, relationships like healing is a process.
Oh.
There's no destination for it. It's just a constant process of healing and moving forward.
We're so glad that you guys like us talking about our personal stuff. Because honestly, no, but like it helps you guys get to know us. But I hope that like you hear a little bit of yourselves in us. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, because I feel like the stuff we come up with is stuff that a lot of more conscious people are going through right now. I think the pandemic messed a lot of us
We're
up.
still recovering from that.
Yeah, like
thing.
that was a big traumatic experience we all
For those
went
of us
through.
that didn't lose our fucking minds during that thing, we're still recovering. And the ones that lost their minds, we're trying to get them tethered back to reality somehow, which is a chore in itself. Yeah, there might be going.
It's like the house from Up.
Yeah, they're like, fucking bye. I guess you're just insane now. And we're just trying to work through what we went through. It's interesting.
Oh my God. Eddie, is it that time
it's that
already?
Time.
Oh my gosh, it went by so fast
today. We're playing Florida Man Friday. I read Jen Sturger 3 Florida Man headlines, 2 real, 1 fake. She has to tell me which is the fake Florida Man headline.
I got this.
Alex, you're going to play along? All right, here we go. Number 1. Florida man calls 911 about McDonald's order and says he has cocaine in his butt. Florida man builds shack on public beach and declares independence.
Oh.
Florida man turned Uncle Skeleton into a functioning guitar.
Wait, I need you to fucking go back and say the last 2 because the first one just... There's so many logistics that went through my head that my ADD was just like, we have questions.
There's a lot. Florida man calls 911 about McDonald's order.
Mm-hmm.
Damn.
And says he has cocaine in his butt.
Yes.
Florida man builds shack on public beach and declares independence.
Builds a
shack on the public beach.
I thought that's where you lost me. I thought you meant shack, SHAQ.
Oh, like Shaquille O'Neal.
Yeah.
He built a sculpture, a sand sculpture of Shaquille O'Neal.
Like, weird flex, bro, but go on.
I'm independent. I built a shack.
Sorry.
Shack. Okay. Builds a shack, SHACK.
Okay.
On the public beach and declares independence.
Okay.
Number 3, Florida man turned Uncle's skeleton into a functioning guitar.
Uncle's skeleton?
He built a guitar out of his uncle's skeleton. Which one of those is the Florida man headline that has not happened yet?
I think A is the fake Florida.
Calls 911 about McDonald's order and says he has cocaine in his butt. Alex?
I think this one's unfair. I know the story.
Oh, you do?
Yeah, but I was gonna lead with skeleton guitar. I'd like to think that hasn't happened yet.
Okay. Neither one of you won.
What?
No. Florida man builds shack on public beach and declares independence is
the fake one?
Is the fake one.
That's crazy. I swear I could have saw something about the McDonald's thing.
The McDonald's one's real.
Oh, the McDonald's one is real.
Okay, good.
No, that one really happened. He called 911 about his McDonald's order and
he was like, are these chicken nuggets going to make me have diarrhea? Because
I ordered fish fillet like 3 hours ago. It didn't come.
No, it's more just like...
And I got cocaine in my ass.
I have cocaine in my butt and I need to make sure... I think he was nervous that he wasn't going to be able to get the... Like, he was scared if like, the cocaine was going to interact with, like, his Pepsi. Do you know what I mean? Like, is this
double cute quarter pounder with cheese? Is that going to mess up the cocaine that's in my ass when it comes out? Where I got this cocaine stuck in my ass? How can I get it out? McNuggets? Does that give you the best diarrhea?
What menu item first of all, there is no 99-cent menu anymore at McDonald's, right?
No.
It's like the $2 menu.
You're lucky if you get out of McDonald's not dropping $30.
Remember when hamburgers used to be like 39 cents?
I know.
God, that's wild.
Yeah, I know. Ugh. Crazy.
I hate it here. I hate it. I hate growing up and finding out all this stuff.
Yeah, shit's expensive.
So so the shack thing isn't real?
No, he built a shack, not Shaquille O'Neal, but a wooden shack.
Man, my brain
on the
took
beach.
a turn. My brain took a turn. Is that a movie plot? Where'd you get that from?
The shack?
Yeah.
I made that one up.
So it's just completely a made up thing.
Yeah, I just completely made that one.
Good for you, Eddie.
Thanks.
That was a good swerve.
I appreciate it.
You got me this week. You don't get me often, but when you get me,
well,
I'm
the
like,
shack thing is
damn it.
very confusing because it definitely could be a 7-foot-tall black man.
I was so stuck
Not a wooden
on that.
shack on the
That's
beach.
how you know I'm a sports fan. I was like, what does Shaquille O'Neal have to do with this? Like, that's so weird. And I was like, but he played for the Magic,
He did.
so it's possible.
And the Heat.
Oh yeah.
Heat and the Magic. All the Florida.
Took their talents to South Beach. Oh, Eddie, where can people find you?
You can find me on all the socials at Eddie Pence, or go to eddiepence.com.
You can find me on all the socials, guys, at Jennifer Sturger. JennSturger.com is also still a thing. So go and do that.
There.
Support single dog moms. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And you can check out my photo shoots of me wearing giant shoes.
Oh, now we know what those giant shoes
Having
mean.
an existential crisis in
Dreamy
my
bot.
dreams. Oh, so from all of us here at Not Today, thank you so much for sharing all of our clips, guys. For watching us on YouTube. We're so glad you guys found us there.
If I get the YouTube hours up on my YouTube channel, we can do a live YouTube stream.
I would love to do a live show. Would you guys like us to do a live show?
Let us
know. And let us know if like you guys could do it in like the middle of the day. I don't know. That's when we typically do it.
Yeah,
Otherwise,
but
we'd
we
have
could
to
schedule a.
Yeah, we'd have to make it like a night show.
Yeah, let us know what would be the best time to do a live one.
By the way.
Yeah.
I'm not letting you get out of this.
What?
Did you have any Venmos come through?
I did. I have $78 in Venmo.
$78, guys. We only need how many more?
What did we say?
I'm pretty. I'm not good at the math.
$300.
$250, bitch. Don't you dare start
I think
moving
it was
the
like
goalposts.
$1,000.
No.
You guys said you were
If you guys Venmo Eddie Pence, and his Venmo is Eddie
at Eddie_Pence.
Eddie_Pence.
Or Eddie-Pence.
Eddie-Pence. Just check his picture and make sure it's
Cobra
his
Commander.
face. Yes. If it's that, then it's him. If he gets $250 on his Venmo, he has to sniff wolf urine live on video.
And you still haven't opened it?
No.
So you don't know what it smells like?
I'm saving it for you, buddy.
Oh
I'm saving it for you.
my God.
No, I would come in and I would tell you, like, this is an awful thing. You know what I mean? Oh, God. Anyways, guys, thank you so much from all of us here at Not Today. Keep sharing us.
Spread the word.
Keep spreading the
Please.
word. We can tell you guys are doing your part and letting people know about the show. Some people just find us on randomly and they're like, I don't know how I stumbled upon this, but I love it.
I'm glad you did.
And we're glad you did. So
maybe because we have a podcast name that's very similar to another podcast name.
That was completely accidental.
That's completely by accident.
Our bad, Jamie Lynn Sigler. I know her. I'm shocked I haven't gotten a phone call.
Crossover show.
Yeah, we'll do it. We'll do it.
Let's do a crossover show.
Anyways, guys, we'll see you next week.
Bye.
Bye.